Hey everyone, welcome to another segment of Vital Statistics. I'm Shemetris Vital, and you've guessed it, there's no time like the present time. This present time still finds me in Lagos, Nigeria, and this is day 6 of my journey. So, we've been talking about my journey and what I'm seeing and what I'm bringing to you. Of course, you still can't judge a book by its cover. You may actually have to visit Lagos, Nigeria yourself, but I'm going to just give you just a little bit of my experience. So I just kind of want to warn you that this is still my experience and what I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing. But today I just want to talk about the word perception, because before coming to Lagos and telling other people that I was coming, I think I spoke this in the other video, so many people had different things to say, and some of them were negative, some of them were positive, and so on and so forth. But what I've learned is that perception is everything. And what one person tells you, if they tell you one negative thing, we take that and we take it to the extreme, in the experience. And so therefore then people start talking about the negative things that they've seen, not mentioning ever once anything that's positive. So in my experience so far in Lagos, Nigeria, I've noticed that, perception is everything, and what people have fed to me actually had begun to affect what I felt like I would receive here. And so now actually being here, one of the things I would have to say first and foremost is how friendly everyone is. I have to compare it back home to my own experiences at home, because it seems like sometimes it's kind of hard for people just to say hello, and greetings and welcome and how are you doing and things like that. We tend to walk past people and you don't speak. But I notice here, everyone speaks, whether you're a local or a native or whatever. I have not seen one time that someone walked past somebody and they didn't speak. They greet, they nod their head, different things like that. But I think it's really interesting when you start studying other cultures, because obviously being in Lagos, Nigeria, this is another culture. And so we've perceived different things about this culture based on the things that they've shown us on TV. And interesting enough, probably just like at home, they've not shown once on TV people who are doing business, who are educated, and people doing things right. Well, actually here is just like home, which unfortunately I hate to say this on video, but we put a label because of skin color. And I'm not going to go down the road of racism, but I think that that's what we hold on to sometimes when we start speaking about other people. But these are people, they're Nigerians. But what I've noticed from home and here, they work just like we do. They have a bus system, they have transportation. You've got the upper class, middle class, the lower class. You've got the same things that we have at home right here in Lagos. The only thing is what they've shown us on TV is they find the poorest of the poor, and they show the kids without the t-shirts and, and the sick and just all those kinds of things, which actually now to me it's irritating, because technically it's everywhere. If I go back home right now, I can drive into a neighborhood where you've got similar issues. You've got people in shelters. You've got people living on the street. So I think in this experience, it's just about, being open, but also receiving people for who they are, but also never putting people above yourself or saying that another country is this or that. But that's what we've shown on TV. So for those that came out and told me, oh, well, you want to be careful, you want, this kind of thing. Well, have you ever thought about what maybe a Nigerian has heard about back at home in the U.S.? Well, we have things that show up on TV and things that are also negative, but maybe, what about how they may feel? So anyway, I'm not here to just, go off on anybody. It's just really a perception thing, and understanding that what I've experienced here is nothing with the words that other people were telling me, because now I realize that a lot of the things were negative. There were people that were excited about this journey, but I think you just really have to experience it for yourself. Something that's interesting, I talked to someone on the phone yesterday from the U.S. and they were like, well, I want to see the people with the baskets on their heads and things like that. And, it's so funny, because as I've seen the women, you do see some of them with the things on their head or whatever. But I thought about it. I said, well, in the U.S., we just haven't learned how to balance things on our head. So what do? We put it on our back. So it's almost the same exact thing. Going to the mall, seeing the same stores, if not other stores, it's a mall. It's just so funny how we think about things and think, oh, because they're here, they don't have this. Everything that we have, they have. I also have to say, I realize that as Americans, we waste water. They know how to conserve and utilize their water, and maybe I'll talk about that on another video, but it has just made me cautious of things that I do. So far, day 6 in the journey, we're just going to speak from the word perception. Be careful of what you say about other people and who they are, what they're doing, because you may be that one person that can change the perception of how other people see it. So day 6, it's well, and we'll be talking and experiencing some other things. I told you I'm going to talk about the women that I'm actually here to visit and things that they're doing. So I can't wait to bring you that information too. So until next time, I'm Shemetris Vital, and this is another segment of Vital Statistics. Remember to be the difference, make the difference, because the difference is in the change you choose to make, and your perception could lead someone else down the right road or the wrong road. So you have the power to change the perception. Talk to you soon. Take care.